Hi everyone, Nigel here. We're back again with another video for you. Just realised it's been like ages since I put a video out for you, so thought I'd better just quickly put something together. Of course, it's a little bit difficult at the moment because with this virus thing, everybody's at home. Whereas the thing is, I started this project very early this year, and the plan was to get all the noisy stuff, the grinding, the cutting, the blasting, and all the smelly painting and stuff out the way before sort of end of spring, summer comes, when everybody's going to be home and sitting on the patios and stuff. Well, as it happens, the virus has made everybody stay home and the weather's been gorgeous, so everybody's been sitting on their patios. So hence two reasons. One is I don't want people thinking I'm absolutely going mental standing out here talking to myself, which I'm doing right now, basically, I suppose. Until you guys see it, I am talking to myself, aren't I? And the other thing is obviously all the grinding and welding and everything. And I've been trying to do it sort of little and often. And as you know, I've also got that sandblaster now, which is quite noisy, obviously. So I sort of do that little bits at a time. But I have been busy, I have been doing stuff, and I'm going to show you today what I've been up to and tell you basically what I've been using and everything. So that's my excuse. I've also noticed I'm always bloody scruffy when I come on here. I've always got scruffy old clothes on when I come out in the garage. This is a really old Harrods t-shirt. But I tend to wear these old t-shirts that are full of holes and stuff when I'm grinding and welding and everything. And then if you make more holes in them, whatever, just chuck them out, you know. And if you're painting, if they get covered in paint, just get rid of them, you know. Or keep them for polishing cloths or rags when building engines and stuff. So let me quickly just show you what I've been up to, what I've been doing and where we are. I'm trying to remember where we left off actually, but anyway. Let's have a look around the garage. So as usual, we'll start on the bench, and as you can see, nothing really much going on here. A couple of hub nuts there, these are the later hub nuts you get with, I think it's TD5s and Pumas, and instead of the two nuts on your wheel bearings, you get those and stake them, which I think is a much better idea. So you've got this is the paint I've been using. I've mentioned this before. You get this from a company called Arkwright, and it's Carless. This is Carless S. Rust Inhibitor Stabilizer. You can see the colour of it. It's like a very light brown rather than a red oxide colour, and it's really, really good stuff. I've mentioned this before. I've got a test piece outside which has been sat for months with just this on. A rusty piece of metal painted with this. Apparently it kills rust and seals it all in one, but you have to use 2 coats. So you know, you hear all these things about these chemicals that kill rust and everything, and the rust always comes back. That piece of metal hasn't rusted yet, and when it reaches the 6-month point, then I'll bring it in and show you. But it's basically been sat out there in the wind and the rain and the sun and everything. It's had all sorts of weather blown at it, and it hasn't rusted. So, right, let's get away from the bench. So here we go. Here's a pile of stuff. We can see in the background there's the 2 axles. So we get through here. It's like a maze. You can see here's the rear axle now, all painted with the Carless S, and we've got the Gwyn Lewis great big tough diff pan on there, which is looking lovely. Let's come back a bit further. You can see it there, looking lovely, and there's the front axle next to it there. Sandblasted these. There must be about 12 hours work in those axles, just cleaning them up. Unfortunately, the work the Land Rover did is just disgusting. Everywhere I looked where there was a weld, you know, that you could just rub the paint off with your fingers, it just flakes off. And wherever there was spatter coming away, it was just rusted. And you can see in certain areas, like here we go down here, you can see, you know, how the rust had got in and really started pitting it. You know, you can see there the pitting in the rust. And this is 9 years old, guys. And I look at I look at Grump's barn, you know, look at Paul's videos of his restoration he's doing on a 20-year-old Land Rover, and I think it's all in better condition than this. So there we go. There's the front axle there with the remember I took away these anti-roll bar brackets, and then I put in these gussets here. Probably easy to show you on the bottom one. Put in this gusset here to put some strength back into it. Oh, on this axle here, you can see there's a weld there and a weld there. Come back, you can see them. Then they're horizontal, but obviously when the axle's in its correct orientation, they're vertical. And they are, when I welded the diff pan on, it actually pulled the axle back so it was towing out. So just run a couple of welds down here, down there, and that pulls it back in. So we've now got the axle dead parallel again from those bars. If you remember, I showed you I made some bars that bolt to the ends. So there we go, there's the axles. And then over here we've got some various bits and pieces. There's our brake pipe mounting brackets, and then we've got our drive flanges there for the diffs. And then we've got I was going to get new ones of these, but the thing is, the plating on them is so rubbish. I thought I'd be better off painting them. So I've painted them with this cardless S, and I'll give them a coat of gloss black as well, I think. And they'll probably last better than the 1 micron thick plating you get. These are the little dust shields you get that go in the back. So they're all done as well with the cardless S. Same here, same sort of stack up. Then we've got the brake dust shields here. They're all they were very rusty, so I've blasted them and given them a coat. There's some brackets there for the brake shields. Brake shields, what do they hold? Yeah, they've got brake shields on the back, don't they? I can't remember now. And then here's some more brackets for the front, I believe, from memory. And then we've got another stack here, which is the same. And then moving over here onto this pile, we've got our diffs. There's 2 diffs here, because there's 2 of everything. So we've got 2 diffs here, and the way I know on mine that they're right is 2-1 is the front, I think, and then you've got round here, we've got 2-2, which is the back. So, and if you remember, these were really crusty in here, and I think that may be why it started to leak. The moisture had got in there and really started to really corrode underneath the seal, so it must have been collapsing the seal. So I'm beginning to wonder if actually the oil leak wasn't actually from the seal itself, it was probably leaking out through here, where the rust had pushed the seal away from the surface. So I've given them a coat of cardless S primer. They won't rust again then, so that'll be good. And we've got our front ups here. They were all very rusty as well. This surface here was quite bad. You can see the pitting on there. So basically give them a coat of paint as well. I just give everything that was bare metal gets one very thin coat of cardless S, and I'll leave it like that. You can see the same on here with that face there. So there we go. Now these are the spindles. They're masked up. I've got masking tape all the way around there because basically I don't want paint on any surface where a seal's going to run, obviously. And you can see they were quite rusty as well with those plates that go over the front of them. So that, my friends, is basically that. So you can see when you look here, the garage has become like a bit of a crystal maze to walk through. So I painted these yesterday. It's been sort of 10 to 15 degrees. So I think I'll probably give them a rub down because I got some, you can see I got some runs. I had some problems with the gun blocking. I don't bother filtering it, the paint, and I guess I should. But I had some problems with gun blocking, so I would get sort of bang, bang on and off, you know, suddenly get a burst of paint. So, but I'm not really too worried about it. Just sand that back and give it another coat of primer. But it is always best to give everything too, because you'll see, like if we look behind here, you can see where that hook is. It's bare metal, so we turn the hook around or bend the hook to a different shape. Normally you'd hang it from another hole, which you can do on these. You can hang them now from these holes here, but you can't do that. This is only that one hole to hang it from. There's nothing else there. So it won't be the same with these. You can see you've got a bit of bare metal there, look. So we just move these round to the next hole, paint them again, and always make sure you get all your edges as well. So there we go, guys. But really happy with those Gwyn Lewis diff pads. They've come out really nice. Wilds look neat and tidy, and yeah, really happy. Now I'm still thinking about trussing this axle. I may well do that, put a truss on it from here up, so we'll see. So there we go, guys, and just a final quick look. You can see Mr. Mustang there, been out today. So Father's birthday today, so I went down to the grave. Anyway, see you all later, guys. Bye for now.